Hello, and thank you for clicking on the Ochanos channel. Let's get right into it. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on that I could cover when it comes to trending, but right now we're getting a lot of stuff on Russia and what Trump is saying about Russia. So let's check this out.
What Vladimir Putin doesn't realize is if it weren't for me, lots of really bad things would have already happened to Russia, and I mean really bad. He's playing with fire! Exclamation point. Kayla.
Yeah, what I read into that.
He's playing with fire. He's playing with fire. Okay.
Now, President Trump has warned about dire things. And in Putin's mind, I would be thinking about the 1 million killed or wounded in Ukraine. 1 million. That's an extraordinary number. And what have you gotten in return for that, President Putin? 1% more of Ukrainian territory than when the war began. So the initial gains made into Ukraine in the 3 years that interceded, 1 million wounded or dead, and you got 1% more territory. So this is a bad deal for the Russian people. But what Putin has on his side is the polling I was looking at in The Economist, where prior to this war, 60% of Russians said the number one priority was livelihood, was the economy. Now it's totally inversed, and 55% say the number one priority is Russia being a great world power. So he has managed to shift the attitude of the Russian people, and that makes this man a very dangerous character as he builds up construction on Estonia's border. You got to wonder what his end goals are in time.
So the sad part about that is that it's taken them that long to figure that out. Dang. It was extremely obvious when he invaded Ukraine that he was a madman. Before that, Crimea, in them 3 years to figure out that Putin is a madman. Wow. Excuse my language, but geez, how stupid can people be? Okay, so we are over at YouTube right now, and I saw this. It was released 29 minutes ago.
The system of open global trade that, while not perfect, has helped to deliver prosperity for Canadians for decades, is changing. Canada's relationships with partners are also changing. Many Canadians are feeling anxious and worried about the drastically changing world around them. Fundamental change is always unsettling. Yet this moment is also an incredible opportunity for renewal, an opportunity to think big and to act bigger, an opportunity for Canada to embark on the largest transformation of its economy since the Second World War. A confident Canada, which has welcomed new Canadians, including from some of the most tragic global conflict zones, can seize this opportunity by recognizing that all Canadians can give themselves far more than any foreign power on any continent can ever.
Okay, so yeah, you see where that's going? God, why is this mic so frickin' hot, man? Yeah, you can see where directions that's going. He's basically stating the obvious. Canada is separate and strong separately. I don't think any nation would want to be pushed around. So I think Canada, he's basically saying Canada, you shouldn't be pushed around, to summarize it. So on my last video, I posted some information on Democrats and the KKK. Yeah, check it out. It's pretty informative. A lot of people don't know just basic history, but
afraid of losing your economic and like white male privilege. Honestly,
No.
it was nice to meet you. Can I shake your hand?
Yeah, but can you explain
Can I shake your hand? It was nice to meet you. I'd like you to think about the way your actions affect other people, not just the white male people in this country, but everybody in this country.
What does being a white person have to do about anything?
The Onyx Conservative.
Charlie Kirk destroys socialism and makes student quit. Here in this video, I think one of the best videos on the whole channel. Charlie Kirk destroys socialism.
There's less regulation, so they're not. I wouldn't consider them to be socialist countries.
They provide healthcare for all their citizens.
So does Cuba. How does that work?
I'm sure because they're like
Norway, Sweden, Finland also has a homogenous population.
Oh, I want to know about this.
Yeah.
Why?
Before the neckbeard interrupts the whole conversation.
You know, no disrespect. I don't want to hear you. That's what I do is talk. But yeah.
School choice, but the fact is that schools in like richer areas have better funding and thus give people better education as opposed to poorer areas, and thus poor people who can't afford to like choose that rich school, who can't commute, who can't like afford the tuition, are not going to be able to get that level of education.
So why is it that we've spent more on education in the last 60 years federally, but our test scores have gotten worse? Why do you think that is?
Because testing is not a measure of...
How about graduation rates? I mean, any metric you use, our schools have gotten worse over the last 50 years.
Where have they gotten?
I'm sorry?
Where have they gotten?
Baltimore. There are 7 schools in inner city Baltimore where they can't find one kid in 8th grade. Oh, wait, so do you think America's more racist today than it was in the 1960s?
Before they go down that road.
The 1960s, blacks were not allowed to go to the same schools as whites. So, like, that's my metric. So we passed the Civil Rights Act in 1965.
Kind of anecdotal.
Yeah,
Oh, how about this? We had a black president elected twice in 2008 and 2012.
Oh man, so since a black president was elected, we fixed racism,
we
right?
quintupled. No, not.
It's insane.
I'm not really sure exactly the point of bringing up race. I don't see it as a race thing. I see it as a governmental overreach thing.
We haven't finished racism. We're significantly less racist.
Yeah.
The talking point of the far left is that the inequities that
What I
the
just-
black community
talking point.
and
That's what I
minority
said.
communities are experiencing is because of systemic racism.
Yeah.
In order for that argument to be true, America would have had the same sort of amount of racism over the last 60 years or gotten more racist. Any
Far
sort of
I don't see any correlation between racism or race in general and education. I see it as more of a governmental problem and ideologies that are being brought into the school system. I think that's why it's really important that Doge went into the Department of Education, and they're currently reforming the Department of Education. They are fighting. Department of Education is really fighting any action from Doge. They're taking it to the district level, and eventually it's going to end up in the Supreme Court, and that's where we'll get our answers. It's a big topic. Okay, so I saw this, and I thought this was, I don't know, is it accurate? It's funny. It's on YouTube. YouTube. Check it out.
First day in the USA. America, land of low taxes. Finally, I'm free of those 40% tax rates in Germany.
1 week in the US.
Oh, wow, there's so many different options to choose from. I didn't even know all these brands existed. It's gonna take forever to try them all.
1 month in the US.
What? Even sales tax is just 10% here? Saving another 10% in tax just like that. Ugh, what's wrong with the meat? Tastes like a yoga mat.
6 months in the US.
I've got good news and I've got bad news.
Oh no, what is it?
Well, the bad news is you've got diabetes.
Oh shit, and what's the good news?
Well, you can apply for handicap parking now.
1 year in the US.
Yo Mike, I thought my health insurance covers all of my diabetic needs, but I keep getting those invoices. Is that normal?
This is America. Health insurance only works when you're healthy.
That doesn't make any sense. What am I supposed to do? I'm going broke, man.
Well, do you want to set up a photo shoot?
What are you talking about?
Look, you just got to start a GoFundMe. A good one needs great pictures.
Okay, man. that how many of you have seen GoFundMe's for people that oh my gosh, that hit it like right on the head, man. Right on the head. Crazy.
You're kidding, right?
No, everybody does it.
5 years in the US. I can't do this anymore. I'm moving back to Europe. Well, at least I have my American passport as a memory. 5 years after leaving the USA. Hello, how can I help?
Mr. Miller, you haven't paid your taxes in 5 years.
What do you mean? I moved out of the States like 5 years ago.
So, doesn't mean you don't have to pay taxes to us.
What? That doesn't make any sense. I'm paying taxes here now.
You've got an American passport. That comes with a worldwide tax obligation.
You can't be serious. What if I denounce my citizenship?
Denouncing is going to cost you 20% of your worldwide assets.
Jesus!
Plus, we'll still tax you on income received from American sources for the next 10 years.
This must be a bad dream, right? This is a dream. Oh, wake up! Wake up!
It's not a dream. Pay up, Mr. Mueller.
10 years after leaving the USA. I should have never gotten that American passport. Land of the free, my ass.
You mean our ass.
Wow, man. Yeah. Okay, so in case a few people don't know, or maybe you do know those who are returning viewers, I am on a personal walk with God. That's right. I have a personal relationship, and from time to time I will say stuff, but my dog also says stuff. Stop. Oh, she's trying to bite my foot. Stop. Demon dog. Ah, really? Like she's out of control. Okay, so anyways, yeah. So what I see in this guy, not the guy who's being attacked, but the guy who's doing the attacking, I've seen more and more of it. People going crazy, people out of their minds. So I have to say, this is like the way he's talking is, to me, demonic. Check this out.
I'm a jiu-jitsu black belt. Leave me alone. What are these guys? Don't break it up.
For the record, for my own information, I just arrived here from the United States this morning. My name is Chris Bauer. As I exited my hotel, this gentleman started to follow me around. He was getting very close to me, threatening me.
Yes, because I knew that
he was telling me he was going to take my money for his son because he needed money for his son. And I told him I was not going to give him any money. I asked numerous people throughout the city to call the police and help me. Many people failed. I also have that on video. I entered this store for my own safety. When I entered the store, I asked the staff to call the police. Then this man proceeded to attack me. I took his back, I choked him unconscious, and now I have him in the full mount position waiting for the police to arrive.
I'm a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Leave me alone.
Man, yeah, what do you think? I mean, jeez, crazy. Okay, I like to end things off with something funny. So I saw this, and this is from Nikki Howard. She has 316,000 subscribers. Go over there and hit and smash the like button. But check this out. This is funny. When you realize you're old.
Of course. Hi, sorry, excuse me. Do any of you guys happen to have a phone I could borrow? Don't you have a phone? I do. Thank you for asking. Yeah, but it's dead, so if I could use one of yours, that'd be great.
Sorry, we don't have any.
None of you guys have a phone.
Nah.
I literally just saw you guys filming TikTok dances like 3 seconds ago.
You were watching us?
What? No, I wasn't watching you. I saw you when I was approaching you. I don't.
Sus. For real.
How is that sus?
Because you're old.
I'm old.
Weren't you born in like the 1900s?
What? That doesn't.
Aren't you like 50? Yeah, boomer. Look, Miss Girl.
I thought I was a boomer, and now I'm a Miss Girl. You know what? None of this matters. Can I please just use your phone so that I can call AAA and get my car towed and go home and cry into my pillow while I make the next available appointment for Botox because apparently I look like a 50.
No cap, you're being kind of fruity.
I'm not being fruity. I'm upset and I'm hormonal.
Chill, Karen.
I'm not a fucking Karen.
Bruh.
You know what? Forget it. I don't even want your guys' phone, so enjoy your TikToks.
Yo. We were just messing. You can use my phone. If you buy us some Zen.
What is Zen?
You don't know what Zen is?
You know what? It doesn't even matter. Where do I buy Zen?
There's a 7-Eleven on the corner. Go buy us some Zen and I'll let you use my phone.
Okay. Buy some Zen and you'll use my phone. Do you guys sell Zen?
You got ID?
ID? What is there, like nicotine in this?
What, do you not know what Zen is?
I know what Zen is, okay? You know what? Here. Actually, can I also use your phone?
Yo, there she is. Where's our Zen, boomer? Yeah, Karen, we had a deal.
Oh, you mean this? By the way, 7-Eleven has a phone, so I don't need yours anymore. But I did get yours in. Oh, ooh, let's see what all the hype's about. Oh, cool kids. Oh, yeah. Sheesh, yeah. Skirt, skirt, ice in my veins. Oh, cool TikToking, yeah.
Oh, man.
Who's old now? Oh my God, I'm gonna throw up.
Okay. That was funny. Anyways, that's all we have for today. I'd like to thank you if you watched the channel for this long. You deserve a medal. That's right. I don't have any. I don't have any medals, but I will someday. Anyhow, if you can hit the like and subscribe button, it really helps the channel grow. We are growing faster than I ever thought we would grow. Yeah, a lot faster. We make a video Monday through Friday and also a short video about the stock market with my co-host Pete, Bird Boy. Either before the stock market opens or after the stock market opens. Anyhow, thank you very much. I really appreciate every single one of you. And you have a great and wonderful day. I will catch you in the next one.